I actually
Like if you,
disagree with that, you know. I know it seems so controversial these days, and I'm not even saying this to try and like, you know, big up my videos. Just from my
yeah,
own experience, I've like it's so normal for people to say like, oh, learn by the experience, do the thing. If you learn by the experience, you're gonna be fucking shit at it for years and years and years and years. Like, you know, let's say about like getting with girls, for example. We tried to learn by experience for years and we were shit at it. And the moment you watch like one video of some guy explaining, oh yeah, like, you know, girls don't like guys who are needy and you should act like this and you should be like this and you should think like this, then suddenly it's like you've just speeded up your process for like 5 years. So at least for me, but I genuinely think the reason why I became successful is because I actually consume more than I create. I work for maybe, I don't know, 2 to 4 hours a day, but I learn and consume content for maybe closer to like 6. And of course, like I don't consume bullshit. You know, I don't. I'm not on Twitter, like, but I don't. Do you know what I mean? I don't consume bullshit. I watch stuff that's actually like really educational. And even I thought about it a few days ago, for like, oh yeah, maybe I should stop like watching stuff and just take more action. I was like, wait, hang on, that's retarded actually, because like the natural action that you would take is nowhere near as good as if you just continuously learn. And then you can say, okay, well, you know, you should learn up until a point and then take the action. I still think that's closer to mediocrity personally. I genuinely think my secret has been that I've learned continuously, like a lot, as I've actually implemented the action. So I've learned like obsessively. Like I've reread this book, like I'm literally rereading it again, and I've spent like 5 hours reading it and just literally just sat in front of a Notion document getting ideas. And like someone else could have said to me like, oh no, don't read it, just do the work. But what fucking work am I supposed to do? Like, oh yeah, I read it like, you know, 3 months ago, so I can go off my previous assumption of what I think this book is saying, or with my new knowledge, I can go through the book again, and now there's like another 20 things that I'm picking up, and just again, it's like I've just gained another level of success by going through the book.
yeah,
Realistically, the person who learns a lot actually ends up taking action way faster than the person who doesn't. So Siddharth,
yeah,
like what you said, okay, you like let's say a guy watches a bunch of videos on approaching girls, but he's never approached the girl, so we'd say, yeah, that's a waste of time. Like you shouldn't watch that stuff. You know, content's bad for you, right? But the thing is, you are actually still more likely to go and approach very soon than the guy who hasn't been watching these videos. It's this like period that's not really, because I've spoke to a lot of guys on self improvement, so I see this exact same thing in so many guys. This period of frustration, like stage one, where you know what you should do, but you're not doing it, and then you get frustrated thinking that, oh, I'm not doing the thing that I should do, and so all of it's a waste of time. I shouldn't be watching this content. But you get to stage two by going through this, like specifically going through the period where you're not putting in the action, because like, there's some friend of yours, for example, who's not consuming the approaching girls videos, and he's genuinely never going to approach in his life. But by you getting annoyed by the fact that you're watching the videos but not approaching, it's in your brain that sometimes, like, you tell us the truth, there's got to be a time in the last few months that you've been out in public and you've had the thought, like the idea of approaching, but you haven't, right? So at that point, it's like, since you had that idea, that's showing that it's working. It's just that now we've got to, you know, like, you've got to essentially, like, in a weird way, consume more and watch the videos of guys now talking about approach anxiety and, like, you know, how to do it. And you're like, you'll get infinitely closer and will actually do it way more than the guy who never thinks about learning it, who's never even learned of the concept of like a cold approaching a girl.